How to make Korean sentences. 개가 피자를 먹어요. Dog, pizza, eat. A dog eats pizza. To make Korean sentences, use Korean grammatical elements, which is called particle or postposition, and change a verb ending according to the situation. 먹어요, eat. 먹었어요, ate. 먹을 거예요, will eat. These are some examples of particles and verb endings. I will show you how to use particles in a sentence. Let's start with the word 개, which means a dog. In Korean, there are no articles like a, an, or the. Let's use a particle to make a sentence with the word 개. If the 개 should be the topic of the sentence, use a topic particle 는. After a consonant, use 은. For example, 곰, a bear, ends with a consonant 미음. So, after a consonant ending word like this, use 은. 곰은. After a vowel, use 는. The word 개 ends with a vowel 에. So use 는. 개는. Now it became a topic word of a sentence. 동물이에요. Is an animal. 개는 동물이에요. A dog is an animal. In Korean sentence, verbs come last. If the 개 is a subject of a verb, attach 이가 subject particle to the word. After a consonant, use 이. After a vowel, use 가. 개 ends with a vowel. So use 가. 개가. 개가 뛰어요. A dog runs. If the 개 is an object of the verb, use an object particle 를. After a consonant, use 을. After a vowel, use 를. Because 개 ends with a vowel, use 를. 개를. 개를 데려와요. Bring a dog. Remember that verbs come last in Korean sentences. In English, verbs come before an object. But in Korean, verbs always come last. Particle 이에요 예요 means be. It is used as am, are, or is. If you add 예요, 예요 to the 개, its grammatical role is a verb. After a consonant, use 예요. After a vowel, use 예요. Because 개 ends with a vowel, use 예요. 개예요 is a dog. 이것은 개예요. This is a dog. Because verbs come last in Korean sentences, the verb 개예요 came last in the sentence. Particle 에 means at, in, on, or to. 집 means a house or home. So 집에 means at home. 개는 집에, a dog at home. 있어요 means there is. 개는 집에 있어요 means a dog is at home. Verbs always come last. Particle 의 shows possession, like apostrophe s or of. 개의, a dog's. 장난감 means a toy. 개의 장난감, a dog's toy. Particle 과 means and. After a consonant, use 과. After a vowel, use 와. 개 ends with a vowel. So use 와, 개와. A dog and 고양이 means a cat. 개와 고양이, a dog and a cat. Remember that there are no articles like a, on, or the in Korean. So there is no article in front of 개 and 고양이. Typical Korean sentence structure is subject, object, verb. 개 with a subject particle 가, 고양이 with an object particle 를 때렸어요. Dog, cat, hit. A dog hit a cat. 개가 고양이를 때렸어요. 개 is a subject, 고양이 is an object. So, subject 개, hit, object 고양이. But look at this sentence. 개가 and 고양이를 switched places in the sentence. 고양이를 개가 때렸어요. Still, the subject 개 with a subject particle hit the object 고양이 with an object particle. A dog hit a cat. In English, if a dog and a cat switch their places in the sentence a dog hit a cat, it becomes a cat hit a dog. They do not have the same meaning. But in Korean sentences, these two sentences have same meaning. The object particle 를 tells you 고양이 is the object of the sentence, and the subject particle 가 tells you 개 is the subject. Although typical Korean sentence structure is subject, object, verb, in reality, Korean word order is relatively free because particles inform you grammatical information of the word it attached to. Now, let's learn about Korean verb changes. If you search a certain verb in a Korean dictionary, it will show you an original form of a verb or dictionary form of a verb. For example, if you search a verb eat in a Korean dictionary, 먹다 will be shown. But 먹다 is the original form. You cannot use the verb 먹다 as it is in real conversation. You should change it into an appropriate form according to the tense, mood, and the social relation between the speaker, the subjects, and the listeners. 먹다, eat, original form. 먹어요, eat, casual, polite, present tense. 먹었어요, ate, casual, polite, past tense. 먹을 거예요, will eat, casual, polite, future tense. Let's learn how to change the original form of a verb into a casual, polite form. 먹 is a stem of the verb. 다 is an ending of a verb. Typically, verb's stem is not changed. Usually, only the ending part is changed. But a verb ending change depends on an alphabet of a stem. Casual, polite, present tense verb endings are 아요, 어요, 해요. If the last vowel of the stem is 아 or 오, the verb ending is changed into 아요. If the last vowel of the stem is not 아 or 오, the ending should be changed into 어요. If a verb ends with 하다, the verb ending is changed into 해요. 먹다's stem 먹 has a vowel 어. Vowels except 아 and 오 should be changed into 어요. 먹 plus 어요 is 먹어요. That's the casual polite present tense form of 먹다. Now you can use it in real conversation. 먹어요. Eat. 개가 피자를 먹어요. Dog subject particle, pizza object particle, eat. A dog eats pizza. Korean verbs always come last in a sentence. Let's change 먹다 into a casual polite past tense form. Casual polite past tense verb endings are 왔어요, 얻어요, 했어요. If the last vowel of the stem is 아 or 오, the verb ending is changed into 왔어요. If the last vowel of the stem is not 아 or 오, the ending should be changed into 얻어요. If a verb ends with 하다, the verb ending is changed into 했어요. Because the last vowel of the 먹 is not 아 or 오, the ending should be changed into 얻어요. 먹 plus 얻어요. 먹었어요. ate. 개가 피자를 먹었어요. A dog ate pizza. What about casual polite future tense? If the stem of a verb ends with consonant other than 리을, verb ending should be replaced with 을 거예요. If the stem ends with a vowel or consonant 리을, verb ending should be replaced with 리을 거예요. 먹 ends with a consonant 기역. So, 먹 ends with a consonant other than 리을. 먹다's ending should be changed into 을 거예요. 먹 plus 을 거예요. 먹을 거예요. Will eat. 개가 피자를 먹을 거예요. A dog will eat pizza. Let's try another verb. 공부하다 means study. What would be the casual polite present tense ending for the 공부하다? Casual polite present tense verb endings are 아요, 어요, 해요. If the last vowel of the stem is 아 or 오, the verb ending is changed into 아요. If the last vowel of the stem is not 아 or 오, the ending should be changed into 어요. If a verb ends with 하다, the verb ending is changed into 해요. 공부하다 ends with 하다. If a verb ends with 하다, the verb ending is changed into 해요. So, 공부하다 should be changed into 공부해요. Study. 나는 한국어를 공부해요. I, topic particle, Korean, object particle, study. I study Korean. What would be the casual polite past tense ending for the 공부하다? Casual polite past tense verb endings are 왔어요, 없어요, 했어요. If the last vowel of the stem is a or o, the verb ending is changed into 왔어요. If the last vowel of the stem is not a or o, the ending should be changed into 없어요. If a verb ends with 하다, the verb ending is changed into 했어요. Because 공부하다 ends with 하다, it should be changed into 공부했어요. Studied. 나는 한국어를 공부했어요. I studied Korean. What would be the casual polite future tense ending for the 공부하다? If the stem of a verb ends with consonants other than real, verb ending should be replaced with 을 거예요. If the stem ends with a vowel or consonant real, verb ending should be replaced with 릴 거예요. 공부하다's stem 공부하 ends with a vowel a. So, 공부하다's ending should be changed into 릴 거예요. 공부하 plus 릴 거예요. 공부할 거예요. Will study. 나는 한국어를 공부할 거예요. I will study Korean. Another important feature of Korean sentences is that modifiers come before a word which is modified. 개를 빨리 데려와요. 개, dog, 를, object particle, 빨리, quickly, 데려와요. Bring. Bring a dog quickly. 빨리 is an adverb. Adverbs are modifier because they modify verbs. In English, adverbs come after a word which is modified. But in Korean, all sort of modifiers come before a word which is modified. Let's try one more sentence with modifiers. 걔가 맛있는 피자를 빨리 먹었어요. 개가 a dog and a subject particle 맛있는 피자를 yummy pizza and an object particle 빨리 먹었어요. ate quickly. 맛있는 is modifying pizza. 빨리 is modifying 먹었어요. These modifiers come before the words which is modified. Again, verb came last in the sentence. If you want to make a questioning sentence, just put a question mark at the end of a sentence. 개가 피자를 먹어요 means a dog eats pizza. If you put a question mark at the end of the sentence, 개가 피자를 먹어요? Does a dog eat pizza? Korean verbs always come last, even in a questioning sentence. 날씨가 좋아요. 날씨, weather, 가, subject particle, 좋아요 is nice. The weather is nice. If you put a question mark at the end of the sentence, 날씨가 좋아요? Is the weather nice? If you want to make a negative sentence, put 안 before a verb or put지 않아요 after a verb stem. 개가 피자를 먹어요 means a dog eats pizza. If you put 안 before the verb 먹어요, the sentence means a dog doesn't eat pizza. 개가 피자를 안 먹어요. Or you have another way to make a negative sentence. Put 지 않아요 after a stem of a verb. 개가 피자를 먹어요 means a dog eats pizza. If you put 지 않아요 after 먹, 개가 피자를 먹지 않아요. A dog doesn't eat pizza. For a do not command sentence, put 지 마세요 after a stem of a verb. 피자를 먹어요 means eat pizza. If you put 지 마세요 after a stem of the verb 먹, 피자를 먹지 마세요. Do not eat pizza. 예요, 예요 means be. Am, are, is. For example, 걔는 사람이에요 means a dog is a human. To make a negative sentence for a 이에요, 예요 sentence, replace 이에요, 예요 with 이가 아니에요. After a consonant, use 이 아니에요. After a vowel, use 가 아니에요. 사람 ends with a consonant 미음. So, use 이 아니에요. 개는 사람이 아니에요. A dog is not a human. Now, you learned about particles and changing verb endings. The particles and verb ending forms I presented here are just a few examples. There are lots of particles and verb ending forms and lots of exceptions. If you learn more vocabulary words, it will be easier to make sentences. Please remember, verbs always come last in a sentence. There are no articles in Korean. Modifier comes before a word which is modified. To make a questioning sentence, put a question mark at the end of a sentence. To make a negative sentence, put an before the verb or put 지 않아요 after the verb stem. For a do not command sentence, put 지 마세요 after a stem of a verb. To make a negative sentence for a 이에요, 예요 sentence, replace 이에요, 예요 with 이가 아니에요. After a consonant, use 이 아니에요. After a vowel, use 가 아니에요. 끝. The end.